Hello and welcome to the set of The Gloves Are Off. I'm your host, Carly Agro, and joining me on my right, as always, is head coach Brian Kern of the Bobcats. Welcome back to the set, Brian.
Oh, it's good to be back and just listen to the violent stories of Carly Agro.
The violent stories.
How was that soccer game? Any penalties last game?
No
Good
penalties.
For you. I'm impressed.
No.
That's good to be back, though.
All right. Yeah, let's not bore everyone and tell them my free kick stories.
It is boring.
Let's welcome Aaron Rawlake back to the set.
Thank you.
Aaron, athletic director at Lakeland. It's a busy time for you guys these days.
It's very busy. We're heading into playoffs starting this weekend.
Yeah.
There's a couple teams on the road, one at home. So away we go. Second season starts this week.
Good stuff. We are going to actually start right off with Lakeland College and the college athletic scene here in town, and it's a good one. We've got 3 teams heading into the postseason. Women's basketball, this is the second time in school history that they're going to be in the playoffs. So what is this as far as, your perspective as an athletic director? Exciting time for you? Pleased with the performance?
Well, I'm very happy with what they've done this year. Obviously, Coach Chris King has recruited some kids that can get us to that next level. They're still a very young team. We've got a bit of an uphill battle now. We lost one of our starting players on the weekend to a bad ankle injury, so it's made it a little tougher heading into playoffs. But we're going to play an Augustana team first round down in Calgary this week, so girls have a shot to get through and then take on SAIT after that. So we're looking forward to it. I mean, they're excited. They're ready to go. They'll take off tomorrow morning for Calgary. And
Is that your last regular game she got hurt in?
Yeah, our second last one. It was Friday night up in.
It always
That's
happens.
tough.
We had 2 yesterday too. They're not going to be out, but we had same thing last
Yeah,
game.
it was a tough go. I mean, it was tough emotionally on the girls to lose, really what is probably their best player. And
It's tough.
it was a tough night at the hotel for them. I was glad I happened to be up there on business, so got to spend some time with them and chat with a few of them and try and get them through it. But hopefully they'll regroup. They had a great practice last night, I guess. So
that's
they're
good
excited.
to hear. That's
It's funny, one of them may step up though.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so.
Sometimes
That's
it
a
really
good point.
happens, though.
That's a
It's
good point.
Someone who doesn't really get too much playing time all of a sudden gets the ball a lot more and gets hot. Who
Yeah,
knows?
and that's what we talked to them about. It's somebody else's turn
Right.
to take the ball and run with it.
I like that. All right. Well, I want to still keeping in the postseason theme here. I want to talk about what happened with the Spruce Grove Saints. We're going to switch gears, go to a little hockey. They've been deducted 4 points because of this 2 16-year-old issue on the roster here. My question is, you're an athletic director. Brian, obviously you're basically the general manager of a team. How does something like this happen?
Well, you know what? It's time of the year. It's blatantly just a mistake.
No, clearly a mistake.
Yeah, just a
sure,
mistake.
but
it's not anything devious or anything like that. But how does it? Someone wasn't just paying attention to the rules of it, and it's hard because they had a kid. I want to say Matt Benning, but it's Brian Benning's son anyway, and he's 16. And somehow they must have just got caught up in something. And
Okay.
it's just nothing malicious. And you know what? My 2 cents on it is he was an affiliate, got called up. They were trying to push their program. Now, if he was a top 1 or 2 draft pick in the WHL, which we had in Brooks one time, now that might have been a different story, but that wasn't the case.
doesn't strike you as mischievous or anything like that?
No, if you've ever looked through that Hockey Alberta handbook, it's you talk about areas of gray. It's very, very tough to interpret.
Well, even this
sometimes.
bylaw, 11.3, if a member of a team allows a player who's deemed to be ineligible, blah, 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 yeah, I can see that for sure.
I think they should be happy with just losing those 4 points instead of, we've had incidents, I can speak to the Junior B League I'm president of, where we've had ineligible players played and coaches have received lengthy suspensions because of it. And it's happened in the midget and bantam groups throughout the years with affiliates. So I think they better just take those 4 points and kind of be quiet about it, take their slap on the wrist.
Double check your roster going into the playoffs. Let's make sure that everybody's all clear.
Mine's all good.
Okay.
And, we just got 1 injury, but
Okay.
it's just a tough one. I mean, they lose 4 points on a great season they
Yeah.
had.
Well, I want to get into this Enerflux Cup then, because Spruce Grove, 3rd consecutive Duchek, obviously impressive. Congratulations on your Duchek trophy. I want to talk about this postseason picture, though. Obviously, it's a little bit tumultuous with everything going on off the ice, but what's your sort of mentality heading into this now then against Grand Prairie?
Well, I mean, today for us, like yesterday I told the boys that there's nothing on that game yesterday.
Okay.
All right, but one of the things from years of experience that I've known is that in a nothing game where you can't go up, you can't go down, you have to keep your mental focus in the game, because I've seen it too many times coming in with not the right attitude and an injury happens. And I said, if your confidence is a little shaky, you want to work on your confidence and do the right things today and make better. So make yourself feel better. Going into this playoffs, I mean, today's not going to be a real tough day, but it's just making sure. I can't teach anymore. Like really. I mean, now it's about keeping them positive, really getting the right guys out on the ice, the guys that are playing, just talking to them a little bit more. And you know what? If they're not ready to play in the playoffs, this is where you're determined, where scouts look at you and everything and say, is he a playoff player or is he not?
Yeah.
And I think I've got a bunch of players.
Then my question is, Aaron, maybe what do you say to the athlete who's looking a little shaky heading into the postseason? What's your pep talk? What's your pregame speech to them?
Well, just what Brian said, be positive. I mean, these guys, I look at the Bobcats, a pretty young team where, you know what, guys, enjoy it, but play your game. That's all you can control, is what you do on the ice or on the court or whatever it is, and that's really your only chance. Control what you can control.
Okay.
And then one thing on that, what he's saying too, is coming from me, this is the biggest thing for me, I can't put pressure on them. I want to make sure that they're relaxed.
Yeah.
I've done all of that. Up to that last game, I was mad at them yesterday again because of some of the stuff I watched, but playoffs are starting. Stay away from the negative. It's a real simple answer.
Okay.
If you're not playing, another player comes in. Sorry, you're not getting the job done. Nothing, you'll get another shot down the road.
Okay.
Put the right guys in, keep positive on the bench, and just, keep pushing them to play their best game.
Okay. We would like to hear from you. So send us your positive, or maybe there's some negative feedback. Either way, email us at theglovesareoff@newcap.ca or check out our Facebook page. And we're going to take a commercial break, but stay tuned because I want to talk about Sheldon Surrey when we return.
Here's one.